Welcome to Extol Live, sponsored by New Washington State Bank and Cutter Woodworking. I'm Angie Fenton, and you are in for a fun Friday here at Extol Studios, downtown New Albany. We have a packed house today. We have John Riley from Maker 13, who's hiding from us right now. JD Dotson, who's a part of the Extol team, is going to get crafty with us. And let's kick it with some ER folks who are getting together. They've got a charity event that's coming up. Go ahead and take a look at them. They're here. I know that they're ready to play. We also are going to be talking fitness and fun and so much more. Welcome to Extol Live. Again, thanks to New Washington State Bank and to Cutter Woodworking for sponsoring. We'll get to those folks in just a bit. And oh, by the way, Joe Dotson, you've seen him, you've heard him. He plays all over the place. He's in studio with us as well. But for right now, Colin Wood, who's a part of the Extol team, is joining us. He just got back from vacation. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty relaxed. I'm kind of tired. I was sleeping in until noon, so I'm kind of used to that schedule.
Welcome back to the real world now. Okay, we're heading into the weekend, so not a bad time to come back. You came back for Friday, but Colin, we always love to share what's going on in Southern Indiana, and you are the man with the plan. So what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much going on this weekend, but there is a lot of stuff going on next weekend. But for this weekend on Saturday, we're actually Madison's going to be having a Police in the Parks event, which is pretty interesting because it's going to be pretty much, you're going to have food, it's going to be fun activities, and it's a chance to actually meet your local police department. And if you want more information on that, you go ahead and head over to the easternberkspd.com.
We love Madison. We talked about them last week before you went on vacation, the Madison Regatta. Of course, we're all coming off of, for the most part, a 4-day work week here and heading into the weekend. One of the things we love doing is exploring the farmers markets around the area, but there's much more going on than just that.
Yeah, like there's stuff here in New Albany going on. This isn't this weekend, but it's going to be happening next weekend. So on July 15th, which is going to be on a Thursday, we're going to have Kentuckiana Association of musicians and singers going on.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's going to be local music from artists just around in the different counties, and it's going to be a Facebook Live event. So, and then also New Albany, we're going to have on July 18th on a Sunday, we're going to have at the New Albany Riverfront Amphitheater, we're going to have the Savannah Smiles Foundation Community Awareness Picnic and Family Fun Day, they're both free admission, so you could just come in and have a good time.
Love family friendly. We'd love a lot of fun. And then coming up on July 17th, the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana has been a part of Extol Live before, but they've got a concert series that's going on. The Rumors actually are going to be playing.
Yeah, it's going to be for. If you want to go find some more information on that, you can go ahead and go into SoIN-style.com.
It's SoIN-style.org. I'll correct you on that just because we can't throw that up on the screen. But speaking of correcting, you and I are about to get schooled. So if you joined us for Extol Live last Friday, I asked Colin if he'd ever heard of Billy Ray Cyrus. And go ahead, Colin, what did you say?
I mean, the name is familiar, but I'd only be able to name like maybe a couple songs.
So clearly there was a generational gap here. Achy Breaky Heart, he had no idea. He broke my heart when he said that. He had no idea. But I was remiss because Billy Ray Cyrus, I mean, Miley?
Well, yeah, I know Miley Cyrus, but
that's her dad.
And I did know that Billy Cyrus was her dad, but I didn't listen. I just haven't listened to any music by him.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus?
It's Billy Ray.
So you just say Billy Ray.
Like Mary Jane, Billy Ray.
Wasn't he related to Miley Cyrus? So why wouldn't it be? Okay. Why don't you just say Billy Ray Cyrus?
You do. That's exactly how you say it. So I told you that one of my friends used to play bass for Billy Ray long ago, and Dave Moody actually he watched the video and he wanted to send a special message. Take a look.
Hey Angie, Dave Moody, formerly of Thunderstruck, currently of Hairball. And I understand Colin doesn't know who Billy Ray Cyrus is. Well, in 1992, he was a huge deal. And in 2019, he helped write the biggest song in the history of Billboard's album charts in Old Town Road. Bigger than Elvis, bigger than the Beatles. Suck on that, Colin.
Okay, so he schooled us on the fact that, and I didn't even think of this, Lil Nas X, this old song, Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
You've got to credit Billy Ray Cyrus in that. And so when I think he meant that aimed at both of us. So now you know, now I know Billy Ray Cyrus is a tremendous talent, but Dave really did appreciate that. Shout out to Billy Ray.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to Old Town Road, and that was the one song that I told you that I didn't
That
know
was
about
the one song
because
that you did
I mean,
know.
it was the only song you would hear on the radio for a good like 3 months. So I don't know how you could have not heard it, but I did decide to do my own little research on it because you did tell me to come prepared. So I went on Apple Music and I did listen to a little bit of Billy Ray, and I found after I did get past the Old Town Road remixes, and there was like 500 of them. Yeah, those were all his top songs, but I think it was just because of recently. But after I got through those, I got to your song, which is "Achy Breaky Heart." Is that what that's? I said that right?
It is my song.
And if you want my honest thoughts on it, I don't listen to country, so I mean, I thought it was all right because it was in the '90s, but I don't listen to '90s music or country music. But I thought it was all right. It wasn't that bad, but I did do the research.
I appreciate you taking the time. I mean, that means you are a team player. Well, speaking of teams, we couldn't do this. We couldn't host Extol Live without supporters. New Washington State Bank is one of our sponsors, as well as Cutter Woodworking, which, by the way, is hiring, and they've got a special message for us. Take a look.
Hello, my name's Jerry Cutter, president of Cutter Woodworking. Just want to share with you where Cutter Woodworking is at today and why it is we think it might be helpful for you to consider Cutter Woodworking as a place and being part of our team. We're excited to be the second generation. Parents started a company in 1959 in the basement of the house here on the property that we're currently sitting. We have approximately 330 team members. Many have been with us for decades. Many are neighbors, and we are very excited and proud of that. We feel like this could be a place for those of you that's never considered looking outside of New Albany, Clarksville, Louisville. We would love for you to consider Cutter Woodworking as a place of work, and not only to have a job or to get a paycheck, but to be part of our team. We're very excited, we're very proud of what we have here at Cutter Woodworking, and would love to share that with you and see the opportunities and where it is that not only the company is going, but where you can go as well. We would certainly appreciate the opportunity to have you come and visit and take a day and just understand what opportunities lie possibly in your future.
Cutter Woodworking is a special place, and they'll be joining us live next Friday. But right now, we have some I'm just going to say healthcare heroes, that's for sure, who are here representing one team out of three that are going to be kicking it for a great cause. I'll ask you all to introduce yourselves, starting with Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia Williams.
We've just got a little bit of an audio issue here. Thank you so much, Brian. Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia Williams.
And Julia, what's your position?
I'm a nurse practitioner in the ER at Baptist Floyd.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stan Hubert and one of the emergency medicine physicians there at Baptist Health Floyd.
Hi, I'm Allison Adams, and I'm one of the physician assistants at Baptist Health Floyd as well.
Okay, so if you want to, first of all, let's start with what are you doing as a team that people need to know about? And I mean, I brought some balls, I'd always carry these in the back of my car here.
It's handy that you're a soccer coach.
You know, I mean, soccer mom here, but I mean, you definitely don't want this one here, but we've got some balls here because you're going to be kicking it for a good cause.
Yeah, so we're doing a kickball fundraiser for different charities. We're playing Clark and then Norton Audubon as well. And each team is picking their own charity to fundraise for. So we picked the JDRF, and the kickball game is going to be July 25th over at the fields behind Northside Christian. at 9 a.m. if anybody wants to join.
Absolutely. So we'll get into the smack talk in just a moment here. But Dr. Hubert, I mean, first of all, the acronym JDRF, what does it stand for? And second, why that cause?
Yeah, JDRF is an acronym for Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and it's a leading funder of research for type 1 diabetes. In emergency medicine, we've all been in the position of having to explain to a family that their sick child that they just brought in is showing signs of new onset type 1 diabetes. It's a life-changing diagnosis. I have a personal side to that, as I have two sons with type 1 diabetes. My oldest son was diagnosed at age 4, and my second son was diagnosed at age 7. So there's definitely a personal side in our ER family, and that's why we chose that.
I have to ask you, where are we in terms of research right now?
The research that JDRF has funded, I would say, has really changed lives in the type 1 diabetics, even in the span that my sons have been managing the disease, in that some of the advancements in continuous glucose monitoring and some of the advancements in the types of insulin that they use has led to just a better way of life for the day-to-day management of type 1 diabetes. So that's it's definitely going to a good cause.
Yeah, I have to also ask this: how are your sons?
Very good. Yeah, and that's the thing. Anytime I diagnose a child with new onset type 1 diabetes, while explaining the changes that the family's going to incur due to that diagnosis, it's also something I want to portray some hope to those families, because my sons, they lead very active, athletic, healthy lives. It's a diagnosis that can be managed. It's one that doesn't go away. It's a lifelong type of diagnosis, but it's one that can be managed, and they can live very healthy and active lives.
And now Dad and other healthcare heroes are getting in on the action. So when it comes to kickball, Allison, I mean, what's the key here?
I guess run fast to the base.
I like simple strategies.
Yes. And Baptist Wood's going to win. That's all I got to say.
Ooh. Okay, so Julia, you and I have been corresponding. We've been neighbors for quite a while. By the way, Julia's husband is a New Albany firefighter. And so we appreciate what both of you do. When it comes to putting on a sporting event, and you have, so again, it's Baptist Floyd,
Clark Memorial, and Norton Audubon.
I mean, how much, where's the importance with the bragging rights in this? I mean, how often are you getting together to train? And I mean,
well, we did do an event a couple of years ago. We had a softball game, and I will say hesitantly that Clark won. So we have a lot of stake in this game. So we're hoping to win this round, but it's something we have a lot of fun with. The ER community it's a tight community. So stuff like this is fun for us because a lot of us know each other because we work in different ERs, and I worked at Clark for a little while. So I have a big stake in this game because these are all friends of mine. So,
well, I mean, and can we also say that this is a way, not only if you see the website address that we've put up on the screen, again, it's 9 a.m., July 25th, and that's Kevin Hammersmith Park, which is otherwise known as the parks that are next to Northside. That's how everybody knows it, and that's the best way to describe where it is. But it's also an opportunity not only to donate to an important cause, but come out and show your support. Our ER medical personnel, in addition to all of our healthcare heroes, have put in, I mean, effort doesn't even do justice to what you have done.
Yeah, and this is I think a good opportunity for all of us to kind of let loose and have a good time after the stressful year and a half that we've all had. So,
okay. So knowing that you're a little competitive yourself, I mean, again, we are neighbors,
Yeah.
not that she, I mean, we don't compete when we don't compete. I swear, I don't mean it like that. But what's your strategy going into this? Do you all send like text messages or anything? Like
we're
gonna get you.
we're working on some things. We're not going to air out our strategy to win.
Oh, I like that.
But,
I like that.
But yeah, we've got a few things working.
Okay. Well, good luck to all of you. Dr.
May I
Hubert?
do the strategy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. My strategy will be, you've all seen the diagram of COVID online. It's a spherical type virus
Ooh.
with little spike proteins on it. We can picture this ball as COVID, and we can really
Just
air out our
kick
frustrations on this ball right here. Okay, that's my plan.
If we didn't have all of that equipment right there, I would say you kick that as hard as you can. Well, we'll
That's
be
right.
out there supporting you again. That's at 9 a.m. July 25th, Kevin Hammersmith Park, otherwise known as the fields right next to Northside. And you can donate today to benefit Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation with that website that's right there. And you want to designate, though, make sure that you designate it. And what are we calling this?
Yeah, so if you donate online through the foundation at Floyd and just designate it through the emergency department kickball game, you can get a tax receipt for it as well.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you. Appreciate it. I'm
Yeah.
going to grab that from you. Thanks for taking the time. Now I'm stepping over here to Joe Dotson. Joe, I'm going to take a seat if
Step
that's
over,
okay.
Angie. I got some room. They put me in a corner.
I mean, nobody put baby in a
Nobody
corner,
puts Joey in a corner.
but we did. I think it's something
like it.
about the acoustics.
I like it.
Joe, I don't know if people who come out to see you and thousands of people see you, thousands do.
Millions.
I've been there. I've seen you bring a great fan base, but you're also a teacher. Are you
Yeah, yeah.
ready to go back to school?
No, I'm not.
Honesty is everything.
I'll tell you what. No, it's been a good summer. It's been a busy summer, but next week I started to make plans to get together with my co-teacher and start getting things going for this year. So I got to step it up whether I'm ready or not.
Okay.
So.
May I ask what you teach?
Yeah, fifth grade math and science. Yeah, so it's good. It's tough, but it's good. I'd rather not do anything else. I always joked. I always say that I play music for a living and I teach as a hobby. But that's kind of
I love that.
I love doing it.
Now, do you play music ever in your teaching?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. So we've got a few songs that we do in the classroom. And the kids sing along. It's kind of one of those repeat songs. I sing and then they repeat and they get movements to them, emotions to it too. So we get up and move around a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. I have to jump back to Colin was saying in the beginning, since clearly he is a Gen Zer and had no idea about Billy Ray
Colin,
Cyrus, Billy Ray.
Putting together a Billy Ray tribute band. We're going to play one song and then we're done. One song and out.
We're going to do one just for him. What are you going to play for us this morning? Because you're going to stick around.
Yeah, I'll stick around a little bit. Well, I thought I'd put on my headgear here. I had this since I had braces. You got to wear this at night to keep your braces tight.
I did have one of those.
Did you have one of those?
Oh my gosh, the whole thing,
terrible?
4th grade over the head. Before you play, by the way, Joe is playing Our Lady of Perpetual Hops from 8 until 11 tonight.
Yep.
And then from 1 to 5 at Huber's Winery on Sunday.
Huber's Winery on Sunday. And July is kind of busy. I've got Summers on the River on the 15th. I think it's a Thursday. The 23rd at Hogg's Tavern in beautiful downtown Lanesville, Indiana, where I'm from.
You gotta say hello to Dolores.
JD, and Mom. Hello, Mother. JD, get over here and say hi to Mom. It's been a while. And I know on the 30th down at the Exchange. So
Awesome.
Southern Indiana tour.
You are just all over the
fun.
place.
It's good.
Okay, so what are you going to play for us?
Well,
I'm gonna
you
get
know
out of the
what?
way.
I play a lot of stuff. I'm afraid I don't know any Billy Ray. But I've been playing this one lately. This is an old one. I'm just going to play it and see if you know what it is. And if you don't, that's
We'll
okay
ask
too.
Colin.
Yeah, Colin, you might, if you know this one, impressive. Oh, I'm praying for rain in California, so the grapes could grow and they could make more wine. And I'm sitting here in a honky in Chicago with a broken heart and a woman on my mind. I asked the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and the music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask who's that fool in the corner crying, I say, that's a little old wine drinker me. just got in last week from down in Nashville. 'Cause my baby left for Florida on a train. Oh, I thought I'd get a job and just forget her. In Chicago, the broken heartache's still the same. Asked the man down at the bar for the jukebox, and the music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask who's that fool in the corner crying, I see that's a little old wine drinker me. That's a little old wine drinker me. And the crowd goes wild. Thank you very much. All right.
All right, we are crafting in the kitchen with JD Dotson. If you heard Joe Dotson just a moment ago, this is his, I don't know, age-wise.
I'm his much younger brother.
Much younger brother. JD has been, well, a founding member really of the Extol team when we started in February 2015, way back when, as just a magazine, even though it's hard for me to say just, JD, because that's our baby.
Yeah.
That's at least one of our babies. But one of the things that you've been known for, I mean, you're an artist, you're a business owner, you're Extol's resident explorer, but you're also really crafty.
I guess you could say I'm crafty. I can't hold still, so I'm constantly doing something. So.
Okay, so what kind of a craft do you have? When I asked if you would join us, I said, can you show us something? Kids are getting ready to go back to school. If you're in Indiana, I mean, our daughter is about to go to kindergarten. This is one of Olive's godfathers. She's 5. Is about to go to kindergarten, and it's time to maybe do something crafty that's back to school-esque.
Yeah, so I did. I mean, it's a great thing for kids, especially, and you can see the one here at the front. I don't know, with actually Olive, and I mean, it's a good way to learn your letters, right?
OLI, and notice, so JD, you took these pictures, and Olive is in every single one of these.
I took these pictures just with my phone, printed them off. So that's kind of a good thing. It's a cool thing you could do even with a little kid, is walk around, take some photographs of letters. I kind of go on alphabet hunts, you know, like
Explain
constantly.
what that means, though, because I mean, this actually, did this spell out Louisville?
It's spelled out Louisville, and of course, Olive is
in Louisville.
Yeah, there you go. So it's hard going on a road trip with me because I'm constantly pulling the car over and taking pictures of signs, like old signs. I love old signs, especially. And I've kind of built up this bank of letters. So if you're doing this on your own, it's very easy to do with your phone. Take a picture. I use Walgreens, get them printed off. It's easy with an app. Get them printed off in an hour and pick them up. And so what I've done, I kind of started out in, they're kind of, there's a couple of them here in the Extol Studios in a frame. And then I thought this would be a kind of a fun thing to do on these blocks. So,
well, I'll hold this while you show us, because obviously we have some of these that are done already.
Yeah, I did a couple of them. I did a little bit larger here. So I was going to do home. So there's my H, there's my O, which is, I think this came from like a Starbucks cup. So yeah. And I just find these wood blocks. I mean, you can find them at any art store, any craft store. I think
Ben Franklin is one of our favorites, and I know that we go there a lot.
John Riley, do you have these at Maker 13? Don't you sell some? Yep.
We'll be talking to John Riley in just a minute. You can go and see him.
So I just use, and I'm a fan of this Super 77 is 3M, and I use that. I just
Should I step back?
no, I'm pretty good at controlling where
Oh,
it
you're
goes.
clean. This is not like
So,
crafting with me.
No, this is not crafting with olive.
Now, how long do you have while you spray it? I mean, do you have to hurry up?
No. The good thing I think actually is to kind of let it sit. So I'll spray it
Get tacky.
to let it, and I let it sit a little bit to get a little tacky. So once that kind of sits for maybe a minute or two, I just kind of pop it on there, and I've gotten pretty good. I've had some coffee, so I'm a little shaky, but putting it on there, just smooth out all the bubbles, and you're good to go there. So you'll have a little extra here on the end,
Okay.
right? I brought my knife, and just kind of
You just slice
off
there.
slice off the edge. So once you kind of get all those sliced off, I take my sandpaper, and I like to sand the edges.
Ah.
Right. And then I'm not going to do this because I don't want to fumigate this whole place, but I'll either polyurethane it, a couple coats. I just kind of like a little edge. And then these are kind of great. You can obviously stack them. I don't know if you can see the back here. Just stack them on a shelf, bookshelf. They've got openings in the back, or you can put a little hook on, hang them on the wall.
Or you can do like Olive does, which is hide them. I find them in drawers, or she puts them in bed. Sometimes
I mean, I'm not mad
No
at any
judgment.
of that. No judgment. So on olives, I painted the edges. You can paint the edge. You can leave them raw, whatever you want. So
what's your favorite thing when it comes to crafting? I mean, what do you just love the most about it?
I like making a mess and getting paint. I mean, it's just kind of, you have a really good excuse to make a mess,
I love that. And if in addition to your role as the explorer of Extol, as our resident in-house crafter, as an artist, as an amazing godfather and husband, you also are a co-business owner. And you'll be on one of our Treat Yourself Tuesdays coming up. If you want to give a little shout out, I know your sister Laura is working.
Yeah,
today.
Laura's working at Regalo up, and we're excited to do a little Treat Yourself Tuesday. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, JD.
Yeah.
I know JD's going to stick around with us, but right now it's time to get moving. We have Addie Miners and Stevie Griffin who are with us right now to get that blood pumping.
Yes, thank you, Angie. I am here with Stevie Griffin, a member of our Extol team. But not only does she work with us over here, she is also trying to become a personal trainer and a group fitness instructor. So she's going to get us a little workout today. But first, how did you get into that?
Yes. So I am actually a coach for F45 over in Louisville. So I have been doing some group training with a lot of our members, and it has been so rewarding, but also has made me discover this new love that I have for fitness. So when I was growing up, I was a competitive cheerleader as well as I did musical theater. So kind of moving and being active has always kind of been a part of my daily routine, but it wasn't until this past year, actually, one of the probably only things COVID did for me was to teach me that I had a passion for fitness. So when I started going to F45, I just worked incredibly hard to move my way up to get my certification to become a group fitness instructor. And so now I am on my way to becoming a personal trainer. My main goal, my legacy I want to leave is to just improve the confidence in young women, not only in this area, but just around the country in general. And then also to just teach these women the importance of having a healthy and maintainable relationship with food. And so that is kind of how I've gotten into it. And I'm just excited to see what's next.
Well, absolutely. I always say that exercise is one of my favorite medicines. It always makes me feel so much better when I just get a good sweat in, whatever that, may be, whether it's walking, running, lifting. But
and we were talking about that, that exercise is the best medicine. I went through a period of time where anxiety and depression were very prominent in my life. And I will say that the thing that got me through it was going into the gym, but not only the gym, you can do it in the comfort of your home
or the comfort of your studio here.
Yeah, which is what we're gonna do now.
So show us a couple moves that we can, that anybody can do at home.
Okay, so we are gonna start off doing a squat for you. So the squat, we are really going to activate those glutes as well as really burn out those hamstrings. So Addie, I want you to do this with me.
Man, all right.
We are going to make sure that our feet are shoulder width apart. Our knees, our toes are facing the front of the room, and we are really going to get real deep in that squat, keeping that chest up and that butt back, and then back up, squeezing those glutes, and then take it right back down.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Addie,
I feel the burn already.
She's our model over here. She's doing an amazing job. So just to keep in mind that when you're doing squats, there's many different ways you can do this. You can do a sumo squat with your toes facing out. Your knees facing out. You are, gosh, there we go. And then you can do it that way. There's many different squats as well. And then also, we are going to take it down and do a push-up. Oh, we have another person over here. Yeah.
Angie made me come on.
Oh, well, here you go. Now we have the male model as well.
Yes, the male model. Oh, this is perfect.
I've been doing things at home, like without weights, like body weight and stuff like this. So I'd like to know some more things. I do push-ups and squats and things, but I need some different ones.
You want to do some different ones. Of
some
course.
different variations.
I will try push-ups.
We're going to try a push-up.
All right.
All right, give me the problem.
So take it down. There is 2 ways that you can do this. You can.
I can do them on my knee.
Hey, don't do the knees. You got this. So there is 2 kinds of, there is also many, but today we're going to do 2. One is going to be the tricep push-up. So that is going to be the most difficult. I heard them over here be like, why'd you do this? So your hands are going to be directly under yourself. You want to make sure that you have them as close together as you possibly can. And we're taking it down. We're doing it. So you are going to come down as low as you can get. And then take that pause at the bottom and explode back up, team. Now go right back down. Take the pause. Explode back up. Awesome job. These models are rocking it. Woo! All right. And then chest push up. Take those hands further out. You're really going to burn out the chest here, team.
How are you feeling on
And
this?
take it out. Take it out.
No, it's good.
Perfect.
It's great. It's
Hey,
good.
they're rocking and rolling
Thank
over
you.
here. We have them down on the ground. Hey, that is awesome. Just remember that exercise comes wherever you are. It can be in the comfort of your home. It can be in a studio. It can be outside. If you go check out my Instagram, I did a workout on my stairs. I would not recommend trying it at home. I was a little dangerous, but whatever you are feeling.
I love it. Did we hear how as soon as we started doing the exercises, her voice changed? She got into that group fitness. That group fitness coach mode. We love it. Well, that's great, Stevie. Thank you very much. I got to get out of here before I start breaking a sweat real quick. She's going to have me doing some more stuff. So, Angie, back over to you.
Oh.
My goodness. Now, one of our most favorite Extol features we debuted quite a while ago. It's called 1 Minute with Angie, and it's become kind of a game. Coming up in, I don't know, maybe the next couple of weeks or so, we're going to start debuting them daily. It's really simple. What we do is we ask people to just come in studio, have a seat, and then I fire away the questions and you answer as many as possible in 60 seconds. Eventually, we'll have whoever racks up the most amount of answers along with whoever else does. We'll kind of have some little contest that's going on. But check out this one with Charlie Smith, which has proved to be one of the most popular from the town of Sellersburg. What food do you love, but it's a pain to eat?
Crab legs.
Who do you go out of your way to be nice to?
Everyone.
Who would you want to be the narrator of your life?
Jimmy Stewart.
What habit do you have now that you wish you'd had earlier in life?
Go to bed earlier.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've purchased?
Car stereo.
How should toilet paper be hung, over or under?
Over.
What's the worst thing you've eaten because you wanted to be polite?
Dip.
Who is always on your playlist?
Bob Seger.
When was or is the most inappropriate time you laughed?
When somebody farts in public.
When is the last time you farted in public?
Never.
When's the last time you told a lie?
2 seconds ago.
Favorite movie you could watch over and over again?
Christmas Vacation.
You can invite anyone to dinner. Who's your guest?
My grandfather.
If you want to participate in 1 minute with me, and we have a lot of fun at that. If you didn't notice, I kind of hamper how many questions you actually can answer if you make me laugh. I can't help that. But just send an email to extol@extolmag.com. We would love to get you in studio and try it out. But right now, welcome John Riley from Maker 13. John, you came in with a backpack full of stuff. I mean, are you carrying the Maker shop with you here?
Always trying to be prepared with tools, equipment, whatever we need. At Maker 13, we started with a mobile lab. So we're constantly out in the community trying to figure out how to inspire people how to be creative, and whether it's crafts at home or down at Maker 13 with building massive equipment stuff.
Okay, so for the people who don't know, what is Maker 13? And of course, it's located downtown in Jeffersonville.
Right, it's downtown Jeffersonville. If you know where the large painted water tower is, it is a community workshop. So it's a place like a gym where you would go work out on equipment, except for its advanced manufacturing, its lasers, 3D printers, woodworking, like our friends at Cutter, and then everything from metal working to everything. We'll teach you how to do that and give you access to it.
Go back to we'll teach you how to do that. So for people like me, for instance, who are not crafty, for those of us who are inept when it comes to, that's what happens when you're live. You never know, and that's okay. But the people who are inept when it comes to things with design or crafts, or utilizing machinery like that, you will actually teach us how to use it.
Right. With every access to the shop, whichever area you want to work in, you go through a training class. And it's a project class. So you're working on a project with an instructor. And these are seasoned machinists or seamstresses or crafters that are teaching you how to do these things, so that it's a little to no learning curve. And so you are actively building in the class while you're learning the safety in and outs of the machines.
What is it? I mean, you and your wife, Christy, why was it so important to you to start Maker 13?
Well, we started with the mobile lab. The mobile lab was to get equipment and education out to people. Once we saw that movement, we said, well, there needs to be a place where, as people move downtown, as people don't have shops or they don't have shop class or home ec or anything like that in schools now, people need access to equipment. And my day job at Samtech, we run a lot of machines, a lot of equipment. The guys up at Cutter are always constantly moving and making things, and they need people that understand equipment. And so how else can you get access to it? We open the doors up, give people access and invite them down, whether it's a stepping stone for a hobby or a full business or just getting into the workplace.
Before we talk about a brand new program that you just launched, John, I think of things like, I love Etsy. Etsy is a great place to find, small businesses, handcrafted. I love local businesses around. JD Dotson is somebody who utilizes Maker 13 membership. He makes a lot of items by hand. We have Adam Kleinert, who's an Extol designer who handcrafts jewelry. People can actually establish a business based on what they can do at Maker 13.
Sure. And some people start as a hobby and then they start doing that one-off, that personalization thing or that craft. And then they get into that, and it is you more or less rent time on the equipment and build what you want. And we have people that are running amazing Etsy shops. They're in all the little shops around town. You'll find crafters from Maker 13, their products in downtown New Albany, Jeffersonville, Louisville, all around the community. And we don't care what you build, if it's personal or if it's for sale. We just want you to build something, be creative, and just get it out there. And most people pay for their membership within an hour of using the equipment.
You were recently with the Maker 13 mobile mobile, what do I
The
call it?
Maker Mobile.
Maker Mobile.
Yeah.
We'll get that out. You were recently at the New Albany Housing Authority's amazing street fair. I mean, literally, there was a camel and a petting zoo, a hot air balloon, and Kona ice, and all kinds of things. And I saw all of the kids' faces when they were with you, with hands on. I mean, what is that like for you to see these little makers starting already?
It's amazing. It's opening their eyes to something that maybe they didn't think was accessible. When we bring out the mobile lab to schools or community events, it's kind of a show and tell thing. But they get to run the lasers. They get to take something home from the 3D printers. You know, we start with small crafting things like just cutting paper and tape to make rockets, to running the lasers, the 3D printers, and CNC equipment on there. But to just let them know that those options and paths are open to them. And there are people that are, you know, with the commercial earlier from Cutter, is there's people dying for workers,
Yes.
and we'll pay them very good money, no matter what level or skill level, to build things, to make things.
Absolutely. Now, you just literally launched, I received the press release here at Extol. You launched a brand new program geared toward women, and I'll ask you to explain what that is and who can apply. And then also there's a July 23rd deadline. So what is the program and who is it for?
Sure. So the program is called Make Your Move, and it's a combination of what you're going to make and then move forward in your business. And so through a recent grant for the nonprofit that we run through Impact 100 of Southern Indiana, we received that grant to kick off this program. And so the program is a 6-month cycle. And we're going to repeat this every 6 months for at least the next couple of years, if not longer. But women will apply with a light business idea, and they will go through the program with access to the shop, access to the classes and machines. But in addition to that, what's new is access to the community around us. We'll have coaches from finance, from law, from marketing, to help them build that business plan. And so not just how do you do something, how do you make it sustainable to make this a new job or a new career? We've seen people kind of dabble with that at the shop, where they can almost become self-sufficient and quit their day job to run their own business. So we want to empower, at least for this first round, it's solely women entrepreneurs, empower them to not just get off the road running, but to have that launch pad to kick them off to be self-sustainable.
So you need to be 18 years of age or older.
Yep.
It's a July 23rd.
Correct. Yeah. On our website, in the top right corner is Make Your Move. And so there'll be an application form. July 23rd is the cutoff, and we start the program in the beginning of August. And it will go through January, where we'll start the next program in January.
And you want people, though, who are motivated. And I mean, it has been a tough go collectively, we all know that. And it's not over. But one of the things that I really appreciate seeing, and something that I keep saying is a blessing, because I'm one of those. It's really forced us in a way to take stock of what's important. What do you want out of life? I mean, make your move. I love the name of that, because if not now, when?
Right. And we saw during the shutdown, I mean, we tried to stay open as much as we could, because there's 30 or 40 small businesses that operate out of the shop now.
Wow.
And some of them were doing hobby stuff, but the shutdown and maybe a furlough or something took them out of the workforce, and they became fully self-sufficient from that. And so we wanted to package that up and enable somebody to truly make that move, to be self-sufficient and get a little bit more control over your time, over your productivity, over what you're doing. Set your own schedule and come in. You know, capital investment's gone because it's there at the shop. You don't have to spend a lot of money to buy massive equipment. You just come down, hang out at the shop.
Okay, so it's time to make your move. And thanks to Impact 100 of Southern Indiana, it's a tremendous, tremendous organization that allows organizations like yours to even give back to the community even further. You go to the website, go there today. The deadline is July 23rd. And is it 10 women?
It's 10 women for this first round.
Okay.
And then if you don't make the cut this round, we've got another one coming up, and don't be afraid. But anybody's welcome to come down to the shop and check it out. So even if you don't do the program, come visit.
And definitely come visit. It's such a cool place. And John, throw out that website again.
It's maker13.com and then /make your move, or up in the top corner is a make your move button.
Well, thank you for making your move and making your way here to
Yeah.
New Albany at the Extol Studios today. And now you heard him before, you saw him perform. I'm not going to say poorly when it comes to his music because he's amazing. I am not sure, though, about those push-ups from before. And maybe we've tired poor Joe Dotson out, but here he is with another song. He's a good
I
sport.
got a good 1.5 push-ups in. That's not bad, is it? I forgot to, before I forget, I forgot to do a little plug. Can I do that real quick? Is that all right? Is this it? Is this you right here? Are we live? All right. Anyway, if I play all kind of places around town, but I play all kind of private parties and wherever too. So if you'd like to, or just go and hear some other music too and some videos, smokinjoe.rocks. That's SMOKINJOE.rocks. All right, Colin, see if you know this one. Because you know Billy. You don't know Billy Ray, but do you know Lionel Richie? That's all right. Stuck on you. Got a feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Yes, I'm on my way. Needed a friend. And the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you to the end. Yes, I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed. Stuck on you. Been a fool too long. Guess it's time for me to come on home. Yes, I'm on my way. So hard to see how a woman like you can wait around for a man like me. Yes, I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed. Oh, I'm leaving on that midnight train tomorrow. And I know just where I'm going. I packed up my troubles and I threw them all away. 'Cause this time, pretty darling, I'm coming home to stay. I'm stuck on you. Got a feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Yes, I'm on my way. Needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you to the end. Yes, I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed.
We are mighty glad that Joe Dotson stayed to play one more song with us. Again, you can see him tonight at Our Lady of Perpetual Hops. That's from 8 until 11 and from 1 to 5 p.m. at Huber's Winery on Sunday. And Joe, yell out to me again your website.
SmokinJoe.rocks.
Ooh, SmokinJoe.rocks if you didn't hear that. And you can also see on his Facebook page as well. He shares things. Brought the rest of the crew up here so we can say our goodbye. And something that I didn't do in the beginning. So we've started something every other Tuesday. We have what's called Treat Yourself Tuesday. We ask a business owner to come on in and then we talk about what kinds of things they offer. And then they offer a treat for our Extol friends. This week it was Lori Unruh from Cadella's. It's Cadella's with 2 L's.com. And what Lori did, which was fantastic, by the way, okay, so first, she has a line of jewelry that has just gone gangbusters across the country. I mean, she was talking about she ships as far away as Hawaii. This is just one of the many, many variations. JD and his husband, Johnny, are my daughter's godfather, so I'll hold that up there. This is one of her stretchies. You can see it's got the tiles. That's me with Olive, and there's a dog in there. That's Olive and her dad in a plane. This is another one. I actually took them off because I could hear them making noise. That's the three of us. I think we're on the counter, and Olive giving her dad a hug. She has all kinds of things. I got you and Johnny, though, or we got you and Johnny leather bracelets from
Right,
Cadella's
right.
with these tiles that are
Yep,
replaceable.
you can pop them out. and
Did
just
you like them as a gift?
I loved them. Loved it.
I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah.
But she has necklaces, and even I just ordered the other day an Apple Watch band. And so what she did for 48 hours, now this part has expired, but she allowed people for 48 hours 50% off of all of her Cadella's line. And I mean, it was amazing. I bought some great things. Christmas is coming early for some people. But then what she is doing through the end of July, all purchases that are made at cadellas.com are going to benefit 10% of those proceeds will benefit a Southern Indiana animal organization. And I think it's fitting how we're going to end the show here. We talked about this a little bit in house, a few of us. We love all the different animal organizations, but one that has been really good to us and we found works with a lot of the different rescues is Jeffersonville Animal Shelter. So if you go to cadellas.com now through the end of July, Lori Unruh, the founder of Cadellas, is going to donate 10% of all proceeds from Cadellas to Jeffersonville Animal Shelter so that they can continue doing the great work that they do. And we're excited about that. Treat Yourself Tuesday is not next Tuesday, but it'll be the 20th then. Are we already looking that far ahead?
It's
Okay.
crazy how fast the summer's flown.
I have to ask the two of you. I mean, Stevie, I know you're okay.
I feel a little sore after that push-up. I'm telling you.
Hey, don't count me out. I got my
And
workout
you
in
did a
this
good
morning.
job.
I did.
You did a workout before.
I did. I got up this morning. She said she did too. So we're both, man. We were warmed up. We were stretched out. We were ready to go.
But I like how you called out Stevie with the fitness instructor voice. She's got
She
it
did.
going.
I'm glad you called
she,
me out.
she turned it on. No, I liked it.
In
It
a
was
good way. A
Yeah,
call out
it's
in a
good
good
then.
way.
Yeah.
Colin, next time, do you want to get paired with Stevie?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
would
get
love to. I mean, I need a little morning stretch. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Maybe
you know,
a yoga segment.
you know the
for-
one who
for
I think
Colin.
we're going to throw in next time.
Down.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
I think we've got a good exercise duo here, but we're looking forward to it. Something else. So we'll be live again next Friday at 11 o'clock. Treat Yourself Tuesday. We've got, I actually may ask you to be in house for this because it has something to do with fitness, a great fitness company that's going to be here with us with some sassy fitness attire, I will say, and some treats for Extol, I guess friends is what we'll call it, our Extol community as well. But thanks again for joining us. Thank you to New Washington State Bank and to Cutter Woodworking for sponsoring. Thank you to Joe Dotson for taking the time, to our ER healthcare heroes who showed up, John Riley with Maker 13. We appreciate you. Can't wait to make your move and see who those 10 women are. Like he said, you need to go to the website and apply for that. But right now, how about we end things on a furry note with another Furry Friday?